What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cracka, episode 5, I believe. Yeah, no intro this time. Just intro's been giving me a little bit of problems here and there, so I just kind of left it to the side. Um, but I wanted to show some comic books I got a chance to read, do a little review, show something I got today. Well, technically yesterday because it's already past midnight. And show some cool toys from my childhood and show you some interesting things. You're gonna have to bear with me though, because I had class this morning and I got my jaw jacked. Basically, I took a bow staff to this whole side of my face, and it's killing me. It's all puffed out, and my jaw is just shot. And of course, it's the same exact spot where about 15 years ago I got cracked and dislocated my jaw, and of course I got nailed in the same exact spot. What are the odds with me? Pretty good. I'm like the opposite of Longshot and Domino. They all come back to me. But before I get into all that, I want to thank one of my newest subscribers, Green Lantern 223. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. I just started watching your stuff. Very cool. As you can see, I have a new layout, which is kind of annoying. I clicked it to check it out, and I couldn't get back, and I was like, oh, God. And the whole new subscription thing is a pain in the ass. So I've been putting a lot of videos on Watch Later, because it's a lot easier. Because usually after a day, they're all gone, and then I miss them, and I'm like, son of a bitch, so I didn't want to get into it. But anyway, let's going to show you some stuff. Got a chance to read one of my back issues, Amazing Spider-Man 205, and I am a huge Black Cat fan. But this one was kind of like, I mean, it kind of reveals what she's all about. But, that she's obsessed with Spider-Man, and towards the end, she's like, I did everything for you, but it wasn't the greatest of Black Cat stories, so what can I tell you? Avengers number 7. This one wasn't too bad. Basically, this Captain Universe, the new Captain Universe, who I think she was called Photon back in the day, or Miss Marvel, not Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, no, whatever. I know she was Photon at one point, but maybe she's Marvel. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about from Secret Wars. She's still got her afro. She's talking about like this whole thing that apparently there's like some kind of event going to happen, and it shouldn't have happened on Earth, but it did, and the universe has a way of countering it, kind of thing. And the power of a planet is in this guy's palm of his hand. He's called Sunbrand or Starbrand, Sunbrand. And Tony Stark's kind of like, yeah, he's like, he's got the power to destroy a planet, but it's in a person who's been overlooked all his life. So what do you think's going to happen? It's pretty much it. But you have to do like a double take when you read it. Like, oh, wait a minute, and then you go back and you're like, oh, there he is. It's like, where's Waldo? But moving on. Uncanny X-Men number 2. I actually thought it was Rogue at first, but it's actually Emma Frost, and she's bitching and moaning that her powers aren't what they used to be, and basically that's all what it's about. Is she's thinking like, oh, I wish I had my powers back, and Magneto's still pissed, and Cyclops is still kind of pissed, but he's kind of like, I'm the Messiah, I'm the new leader of the all these mutants are popping up again. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you see that like this one of the New Mutants is like a fallen in love or whatever, really wants magic, and she's kind of like, yeah, I'd destroy you, and which is funny. Then you see Magneto's 6 Sentinels on them and stuff like that. But I would do a more in-depth review on these, but like I said, my jaw is just flat out killing me, so I'm trying to limit myself. Moving on to Thunderbolts number 5. This blew. I mean, I've been trying to defend it. I'm like, the art, everyone looks the same. It's not that bad. And, I'm like, the story's going to pick up, it's going to pick up. And that's all I keep saying to myself. I was like, it's going to pick up, it's going to pick up. It doesn't seem to end. It doesn't seem to pick up. The only cool part of this entire book was when Punisher hooks up with Elektra. And it looks like Punisher's hooking up with himself because they both look alike. And then Deadpool's all upset because apparently he likes Elektra and sees them, and he's all, Urgh. But it sucks. It really sucks. And I'm just getting tired of it now. I'm like, I think I ordered number 6, and that's definitely the last one I'm ordering. I'm done with Thunderbolts. Number 6 will be, if I did order it, I think I did. I'm not really 100% sure. But that's it. I'm done. It blows. It's not worth the money. Even at $2.99, it's not worth the money. But I know the second I'm done, like a week from now, well, not a week, but a couple months from now, I'll be like, oh my god, you get number 7? It was awesome. I can feel it. But anyway, another one I was really disappointed with was A+X number 5. I really like this series because it's just like, tongue-in-cheek kind of fun little stories. But this one really sucked. It's Iron Fist and Dupe and Mr. Sinister and Loki, and they were just really, really boring. It was just like Loki and Mr. Sinister was just like, and that's it. You're like, oh my god. And then Iron Fist and Dupe are just like, what? Not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Um, but the first four I really enjoyed, so this is the only one that I haven't liked. So I have to wait and see. And this I had gotten this morning. I would have done an unboxing, but I was going to class, and I unboxed it and took it with me because I had something to read during the break. Doc and Howlett had shown this, and this thing is worth every penny. It's really, really good. The Overstreet Guide to Collecting Comics. It's very, very cool. Whether you're a beginner or expert, this is something you have to have in your collection. I'll show you a case in point. I know Cougar Comics would love this, but it gives you a lot of websites to check out. A lot of cool websites for CGC, Mylar, all sorts of things. But what else is cool is it also explains like the comic timeline, like how Silver Age is Silver Age and Golden Age is Golden Age, stuff like that. I'm actually reading it cover to cover. I'm not done. I'm up to the grading part, which is cool because it tells you every single grade and it explains like a 10.0 is gem mint and why it's gem mint and why it's that. But the other cool thing is when you get to the end of it, it actually shows you photos of a 9.6 and what to look for. So it actually helps you become a much better grader, or fine tune your grading. It shows this is a 9.6 near mint. The overall look is as if it was just purchased and read once or twice. No blunted corners, kind of things, and it just goes through each and every grade and tells you what you need to look for, which is cool. Very, very cool. I enjoyed it. I'm up to the preservation and storage area, so I still have a lot, as you can see, a lot to read. The cover price of this thing is $19.95. I got it for $10 on eBay, with I think $2 or $3 shipping. So, but what else is cool is it gives you. I was looking, skimming here and there, and it tells you. Doesn't tell you how to collect, but it gives you ideas of how to collect. Like, if you want to collect by a certain superhero, like Spider-Man, like me, it shows you what to look for. How to collect by artists and writers. It gives you examples of stuff that's in like a Hall of Fame, like certain books you have to have if you love that character. On top of it's not really a price guide, but it'll tell you like the difference between 1970s prices and now, and how things have gone up and gone down, and what to expect, and all that stuff, and explains how to sell your comics if you're into that, when to buy them. It's just it's a cool book. It definitely, if you're a comic book fan, not even that, but if you want to get into comics, if you're a beginner, it's definitely something you have to have. And even somebody as me, who have been collecting, I think, like 21 years or something like that, it's just a cool book to have. So Doc and Howlett definitely, he was the one who showed it on one of his videos and then told me what it was, and I found it and I was like, oh, gotta have it. So that's that. Moving on to some toys and some interesting things. These stuff I still had when I was a kid. Some Ninja Turtles is Baxter Stockman. There's a fly. This is Mondo Gecko. Obviously a gecko, and he's got like a roller skate on his tail. General Trag, sort of like a rock creature. He's got a turtle shell for a hat. This is from Voltron. This is the king of the evil planet. These are like little figures. These weren't the lions, but this is the witch with her cat. I used to have all the lions, which I'm pissed I don't have them anymore, because they were actually really cool toys. They were built to last, they're made out of metal, and now they're worth a fortune. I believe I still have the black lion in good shape, and I know I have the yellow lion, and I think I have the red lion and green lion, but I know they're trash. They're missing their heads. And the blue lion, I have no idea. I might still have it, but I doubt it. Like I said, I'm pissed. I wish I still had all of them, because not only because they're worth money, but they're just really cool when you have them as Voltron. And I actually sold them on eBay, and I tried to bid on them because I figured, what the hell, there was one, it was a lot. It was a broken black lion, but all the other lions were perfect. And I'm like, hey, I have a perfect black lion, so I'd be, be cool. And I thought I was gonna sneak one by. Like a couple of things, it was like to $50, and I'm like, it's still worth it. It's still worth it. And I'm like, I've seen them go for more in crappier shape, and this has all the pieces. It's just a broken black lion. I'm like, all right, cool. And of course, like last second, I was like, you know what the hell with it? I'll throw $100 on there. I put $100, and it went right up to 100. I'm like, oh my god! And then like the last like second, I'm like, do I put more? It went up to $487. I was like, oh my god! There was no way I was paying that, because you can find the remade ones for cheaper than that. But whatever, just a couple of them. This is the ultimate rhino. His horn is a little bent. I gotta fix that. This is one of the reasons why I want to repack stuff. And I can't remember who mentioned this, but I had mentioned on the comments that I had him, so I'd show him again. This is Spider Hulk. Just an awesome, massive figure, and the detail is amazing. It's very, very cool. Ooh, almost dropped him. He's heavy. Still gotta pack him. I showed him before, and I still left him on my shelf. I was like, he's still cool looking. It's an old wrestler, Big Boss Man. He came with a nightstick, which I still have. This is from a show, which if you've watched the episode 27 of season 1, the cartoons, this is from Mask. This was the guy's son's like little robot dude who actually turned into like a little moped-looking thing he would drive around on. Very cool. This is something I had gotten when I was working for EB Games before they became GameStop, and they gave these out to the first 25 people who reserved Soul Calibur for the original Xbox, and it's an unmasked Spawn, as you can see. Comes on a base, you can actually swivel him around any way you want. He's got real chains hanging, and he actually comes with a huge axe, which I do have. I have it packed away, so that's pretty cool. One of the perks of actually working there, you got first dibs on things. This, I actually have all of these. I have all their accessories, and I have their what the hell is it? Like it was like a diorama thing, but it's Danger Girl. Well, it's not Danger Girl, but this is one of the characters from Danger Girl. She's on like a swamp diorama. I do have the others. They're packed away already, which I'm going to discuss that in a couple minutes. This is just one of the awesomest Batman characters I have. It's the Vampire Batman. Very, very cool. He's freaking massive. And another old toy from when I was a kid. Apparently my mother remember saying I was obsessed with this. It's a Mighty Mouse. Still in really good shape other than being dirty. You know, it's one of those ones you pull the thing back and he zooms off. Which, yeah, he still needs a little oil, I guess. But very cool. And moving on to something my grandmother gave me when I was a kid. Because I've explained these in a couple other videos where when I was a kid, I was constantly moving around. Constantly, never knowing what house I was going to be in. But my grandmother gave this to me when I think I was like 5 years old. And this is what they look like. I think I've shown them before, but it's a little wooden basket. And inside, they were called worry men, or trouble men, or whatever you want to call them. In this thing, they call them trouble men, but I remember I used to call them worry men. And basically what they are is they're little itty-bitty characters. They're all real cloth is on there. It's, they're pretty cool. But it comes with a little thing on what you're supposed to do with them. Trouble Dolls, 1977, 1981. The story of the Trouble Dolls. In the land of Guatemala, the Indians tell this old story they teach that when you have troubles, share them with your dolls. Or remove one doll for each problem before you go to sleep. Tell the doll your trouble while you are sleeping. The dolls will try to solve your problems. All troubles. Since there are only 6 dolls, you're only allowed 6 troubles a day. Enjoy. So yeah, I was a little kid. Used to, worry about, had my own little troubles, and I don't know, they kind of seemed to work. It was weird. I remember talking to one of the things, I was like, I don't know where I'm going to be, I just want to keep my stuff intact, and woke up I remember feeling great. I'm like, hey, I didn't worry. So, there you go, some trouble worry dolls. And last but not least, These I think I've shown before, but I want to get rid of the pack them and bubble wrap, stuff like that. These my mother had made for my father when they were, I think, first dating or something, for his birthday. I don't know what it was, because my father really liked chess. So she made a chess set out of porcelain, which is, this is the white horse, as you can see. Then we have the black side, black horse. Very impressive detail. The camera won't do it justice, that's for sure. Here's a black pawn. And then I have two of these. I think these were the bishops. The white bishops. Only problem is, this is all I have of the chess set. My mother had made the entire chess set and the board itself from scratch. And of course, moving all the time, they either got lost or they got destroyed, and this is all that's left of the chess set. So, but it's still pretty cool. Still got pieces. I'm impressed that my mother made these from hand, from scratch. Cool. I want to talk about something else, even though I shouldn't really be talking about, because my jaw is just killing me. I need like painkillers, man. Damn, one hell of a shot. But anyway, I was gonna show a lot of toys in my videos, because I was reboxing a few because I didn't like the way they were packed. I wanted to kind of pack them a little better. But I'm not really sure I'm gonna do that, because I'm losing track of like stuff I'm packing or didn't pack, and it's getting crazy. But the other thing is I want to kind of show them in a better way than I'm showing them now, because like I said, like certain things like General Trag here, like I have all his weaponry, I have all his stuff, and I'd rather show him in all his glory, I guess, or some of the other figures with all their, items, because I literally have 20 or 30 boxes of sealed stuff, of toys that I never opened when I moved here, because there's just nowhere to put them. There was just no way to display them, because it's too small in here. And even at the old house, when I was living at my grandma's house, there was just no way to display a lot of them, because there was just too many of them. And like I said, my fiance and I, we've been looking at houses, stuff like that. We think we found one that we really, I know she likes. I was like, that's a pretty awesome house. The one we saw before it was pretty cool. It was nice. It had its own like little. I would have my own level, and I was like, it's not that bad. But the rooms were a lot smaller than they looked on the camera, so we were kind of like, eh. And we found another one that is impressive, and we kind of fell in love with it. It's 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It has a finished basement. It has the first floor is regular living room, dining room, kitchen, stuff like that. Second floor is bedrooms, master bedroom. Now the cool part, this part I like the most, is the third floor. They have a third floor that's basically just like one giant kick-ass level. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god. You basically go up the stairs, and like this guy, the way he had it set up there's a pool table, there was a giant screen TV. It was like a giant living room, kind of like this, but it was just a little bigger. And then on one side, the left-hand side, were 2 bonus bedrooms, they called it, which were pretty big. And then it had a door in towards the left, like you would go towards the wall, and there was a door in the wall, and it had the 2 rooms to the side of the door. The door actually had its own like staircase-looking thing, and it had like a little bit of a balcony to it, which was cool. Then on the opposite side of the thing, they had another, like these 2 wooden doors that would open up, and it was like an office kind of thing, like this huge office area where this guy had like a gaming system and computer, stuff like that. And the cool thing about that is I had a door that actually went out into a huge deck, and it was just awesome looking. I'm like, oh my god. And my fiance, she's like, if we get this house, she goes, that whole 3rd floor thing is yours. She's like, do what you want. She's like, it's your cave. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, because not only does it have a basement that's finished, which I would probably put like a pool table and stuff like that in there, but it has an attic, so I can store all my stuff up there and move things down. And the attic was actually pretty big. Like you could stand up, you could walk around in there. I could even set that up as part of the cave. I'm like, oh my god. So, if we do get this place, you're gonna see a hell of a lot of videos with unboxings and displaying and stuff like that, and that's what I'm going to save this stuff for, really. So you're not going to see too many toys. I'm going to try to do a little bit here and there, but not as much as I'd want to, because I'd rather go all out and show them in the way they should be shown. So you have to forgive me for that thing. But I will throw some more video games on here from time to time, and definitely more reviews and stuff like that. And a lot of people been telling me they like my stories with comics, so I'll give you a lot more stories with comics. I have many, 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 many stories, but just not today. Like I said, my whole body's killing me, but my jaw it just feels like it keeps swelling more and more, and I'm like, oh god. Anyway, this is long enough. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you like what you see, subscribe. And it's not the size you make that matters. It's what you have in it, and what I have in it is a lot of aspirin, and I'm gonna go take them later.